Hello, everyone. Hello. I am on a laptop, so I hope I'm keeping in good faith that the quality in the audio is great. I hope everyone is having a great, let's say, holiday season. I hope everyone's feeling good within themselves. I was guided to do this live. I was guided to do this live um, for many reasons. But I'm excited. Hello, welcome in for all those joining, for all those who's going to watch this after. I'm so grateful and thankful for you. And I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you're feeling good within yourself. This video is all about self love and why it is important to love yourself. Why it's very important to love yourself. A lot of us base our love, what we tend to do and what we're taught through our lives is to base how we love ourselves and how we treat ourselves off of, let's say, what we see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. I'm trying to get you guys to see me a little better. I know this is like not the best lighting, but hey, we're not here for that. We're here for the message. So, like I was saying before, we're a lot of us are taught to love ourselves based off of what we see. We feel success is a look. We feel success means I look good. I wear this. I have the partner. I have this life. And success is not a look. It's a feeling. Success is the same vibration as self love. When you love yourself, and you can look at success as an ever growing evolution of who you are, growing into who you are. When you love yourself, you feel successful all the time because the ultimate success within life is learning to love who you are, no matter what anyone says, no matter who's looking, no matter what they're doing. The ultimate success is loving yourself genuinely for who you are and not caring about the outside. When you love yourself fully, when you love who you are, when you love what's in front of you, the universe sends to you more things to love. The universe sends to you more things to love about yourself, more things to love about your life, more things to love about the objects of your experience. Everything starts within. When you master your self love, when you master who you are, the whole world changes around you because we are creators. So if we're creating from a place of self-love, our life cannot reflect anything to us but things that love us. When we conquer ourselves from a place of joy, happiness, and contentment within our body, the world cannot show anything less than love, joy, and contentment to us because that is who we are. That is what we are meant to be. Loving yourself unlocks a level of possibilities. Loving yourself unlocks a world of abundance. It's so unexplainable. The best things in life are felt. The best things in life are felt. And in order to achieve what it is that you truly want, no matter what it is, because there's nothing off limits to anyone, all of us have the ability to manifest whatever it is we want in our life, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, whether it's a business, whether it's millions, billions, it does not matter. Nothing is off limit to you. Nothing is off limit to any of us. We are able to attract what it is that we want. If we want only positive people in our life, if we want only positive energy in our life, we can have that. But it starts from how we treat ourselves. It starts from how we love ourselves. It starts from what we say to ourselves every single day. We talk to ourselves more than we talk to anyone else in this world. And if we're not giving ourselves that love, that joy, that peace, that happiness, we will create outside of ourselves the opposite of what that is. So, for example, a lot of us, when we look in the mirror, we tend to look at the first thing we don't like, whether it be a blemish or whether it be bags or whether it be our hair that day. We tend to criticize ourselves before we lift ourselves up. And that one action, that one thought is replicating and duplicating more thoughts and actions. And we have to be kind to ourselves the same way you would treat someone who is a stranger or a baby or someone who's just gone through something negative. You will let that person know that they're loved, that they're amazing, that they're smart, that they're confident. when a baby, and I love this example that Abraham Hicks talks about often. She says, when a baby is first starting to walk and it falls down, you don't say, "Get up, you little stupid baby." You say, "Keep trying, keep going." And that's the same love we have to show ourselves. That's the same encouragement. That's the word I'm looking for. That's the same encouragement we have to show ourselves. So as we go through this journey, self-love is a choice within every moment. Choosing to love yourself, choosing to say no, choosing to believe your own intuition, choosing to believe in yourself when others tell you to go this way or that way, choosing to know who you are, choosing to say I'm beautiful even if nobody's walked. Listen, your life is a reflection of how you feel on the inside. And if you guys could get that through your mind, you will have the power to create unlimited abundance. Our life is not happening to us, it's happening for us. So if you do not like what's going on in your life, it is because there's things within you that you must change. You must change how you feel about yourself. You must change the beliefs you have about who you are and your life. You can, and I'm going to say this a million times. You can have, be, do whatever you want in this lifetime. You have to ask yourself and be honest with yourself. What is my true belief? What is stopping me? Is my biggest limitation that I can't see beyond reality? Because that is a limitation upon itself. A limitation of I only take life as what it is rather than what I can create it to be. I take life for where I am now rather than where it can go, because you're creating in every moment. You have to care about how you feel. That is a part of self love. You have to care about what you're releasing into the universe. That is a part of self love. You have to intentionally ask yourself, what are you doing? Why I'm doing it? So, what I mean by setting intentions on your day, your life, yourself. For example, when I wake up in the morning, I intentionally say thank you to the universe for allowing me to have another day. And when I mean the universe, spirit, we are extensions of that source energy. So when you're thanking God, when you're thanking the universe, you're also thanking yourself because you come from that non-physical reality. So I wake up and I say thank you. I give gratitude because that's all I want to attract in return. And then I set an intention to meditate for a few minutes, 20, 15, 30, so I can give back to my body, so I can connect back to a higher power. Then I set an intention, I do my self-care. I set an intention to take care of myself, brush my teeth, take a shower. And I set that intention as I'm doing this to show my body that I love it. I'm doing this to show my body that I care. And then I eat something or drink a protein shake. And I say, I'm setting this intention to eat and consume these foods that are good for me, to show my body that I care what goes inside. When we set these intentions and when we recognize that what we're doing and we're saying it out loud to ourselves, we show ourselves more love. Because when you, for example, if you're doing something you don't want to do, you catch yourself. Am I doing this for me? Am I doing this under the influence of something else? Am I really setting this in? Am I really intentionally doing this because it's going to feel good for me, or am I intentionally doing this to please someone else, or to please the situation, or to please the circumstance? And once we discover that we have to put ourselves first, that who we are is God, God is love. We are naturally love. We are naturally our, it's so powerful to know that we have the power to create whatever it is that we want. And it's like, I cannot stop repeating that. We have the power. And when we unlock that power, when we really fully accept that, when we fully accept that my life is a reflection of how I feel on the inside, is not that person who has a bad attitude, is not the fact that, oh, I got rejected, is not the fact that, I don't have a person in my life that I want to be faithful. The reason why you're experiencing things you do not want is because your focus is upon them. What you believe on the inside is what's upon what's happening in your life. So you have to ask yourself, why am I attracting this? What is it about me that has to change? Am I doubting myself more than I'm lifting myself up? Do I believe more than I doubt? Do I talk more? Do I spend more time in meditation? Do I spend more time talking to people I don't want to necessarily talk to? So I had to come on here and talk about the power of self-love, because once you learn to love yourself, you set yourself free. You set yourself free. because loving yourself comes with confidence, comes with high self-esteem, comes with peace, comes with integrity. And it's an everyday process. It's not something that can just turn over overnight. It's something you choose within every moment. And we all go through the journey. We all have this ability. I mean, we all have this process, you know. We always want to reach the destination, but it's about the journey. It's about enjoying the journey, because once you reach the destination, the journey starts all over again. You get the top of a mountain is just the bottom of the next. So learning to love yourself through the journey is the most important thing that you can do. Learning to love yourself through the process is the most important thing you can do. So for those who are on this live at this current moment, I want you to ask me any questions you may have about loving yourself or the journey or the process, because I'm open to answer if you have anything specific you would like to know. A lot of people ask me, how do I love myself? How can I love myself? And the first way to love yourself is to listen to yourself, in my opinion. There's many ways to show yourself love. There's no right or wrong way to show yourself love. The only thing I can say is that it feels good to you when you're doing it. It has to feel good to you, and it has to be something that you're not relying on. So what I mean by that is, if you are relying on alcohol to make you happy when you're in a depressed mood, that is not showing yourself love. That is depriving yourself of love. But it's okay to drink alcohol or do whatever it is that you want to do, but don't use it as a necessity, like for readings or tarot readings or going to psychics. It can be a form of self-love when you're in a good mood to get a reading, to hear the good things about your life. But when you're sad or down, that is not a good idea to go to someone to tell you about yourself, because all they're doing is reading your energy. So showing yourself love is a multitude of ways. I like to show myself self-love by reading, by writing, by creating videos, by talking to other people, by helping them find the light within themselves. I like to show myself love by walking and spending time in nature, by meditating. You know, there's abundant of ways. There's no right or wrong way to get there, but you have to listen to yourself. And if it's hard to understand what yourself is saying to you, what your body is saying to you, what your mind is saying to you, you have to spend more time in silence. You have to spend more time in connection with the universe. You have to spend more time talking to you. You have to spend more time figuring out who it is that you are. Who are you? Everyone in this world is unique within their own way. Everyone in this world has a power within them that no one else has. Every single one of us is unique in our own ways, and we're all better than each other at something. And it's not to say we're all better than each other we're above each other, but all of us have this ability or gift that we and the world are better at than anyone else. And that's where we come in at equality. We all have this capability. We all have the power to be who we're meant to be, because who we truly are underneath our skin are gods and goddesses who want to live this life in full and bro, who wants to be happy, you know, who wants to see life for what it truly is. I'm having a hard time getting to my meditation a good way to do that. Yes. The question is, I'm having a hard time getting to know myself. Is meditation a good way to do that? Yes. Because the only reason why you may feel as if you're having a hard time getting to know yourself is because your internal dialogue is turbulent. And what I mean by that is your mind is jumping from thought to thought. You're currently thinking about the past. You're constantly thinking about the past. You're constantly anticipation of the future. And it's creating a lot of turbulence on the inside of yourself. So the best way to quiet that turbulent mind is to meditate, to spend time in silence. You know, try to go weeks or months, not weeks, not months. Try to go a day or an hour just sitting in silence, you know, just sitting in silence, just not talking at all, not watching TV, not reading a book, not, you know, try for an hour and then gradually increase it. I read that in a book called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. That is a beautiful book to read. But try to, you know, spend more time in silence. Meditation is the best way. And every person you come across, every person you come across, every person who preaches and speaks on, you know, self-love and happiness and joy and finding yourself, they will tell you meditation is the fastest way to quieting your mind, to be still. The Bible says, be still and know that I am God. And only way to do that is through the power of meditation. The only way to know who you truly are is through the power of meditation. And I reference the Bible. I believe in all things. But to see truth in many different ways is, like I said, there's no right or wrong way to be right. So whatever you choose to believe in, meditation is the fastest way to get there, to quiet that internal dialogue. And we all go through that experience of trying to hear ourselves, because from the day we are born, well-meaning adults, put all their beliefs in us. We go to school, we hear that we're told to do what we're told. We are told to follow directions and all these other things. So yeah, meditation. Meditation. Best way to get there. And when you meditate, and I'm going to give you this information right now, because a lot of us give up on meditation because we believe as soon as we do it, our mind is just going to be quiet. No, meditation is another thing that is a practice. You have to stay consistent at it. You have to stay consistent. Consistency is the DNA of mastery. You have to stay consistent at your meditation. It will not change overnight. Things will not change overnight. They will gradually change. Meditation is a practice. So you have to, I suggest doing guided meditations on YouTube, but it's always about bringing your mind back to the breath, bringing your mind back to the present moment, bringing your mind back to who you truly are. It's about stopping your thoughts and redirecting them. It's okay when during your meditation practice, if your mind begins to wander. It's okay if your mind goes here and there. You have to know that that is okay. That is a part of the practice. Do not give up easily. Keep going, stay consistent, and you'll see the results. The universe will send you results. You're not alone in your healing journey. You're not alone in your healing process. The universe will show you with the turnaround. As soon as you start releasing positive energy, joy, contentment, and happiness, the universe goes, here you go. Here you go. So trust that. Are there any other questions before I go? I will be back on sooner than later. Anyone else have a question? I'm going to leave you guys a few seconds to ask me. But yes, so loving yourself, trusting yourself, knowing who you are, believing in who you are. We are before, like right now, excuse me, my throat, but we don't even realize that a lot of our life is looking for validation. We're constantly looking to validate something within our lives. We look for, and I'm going to do a different video on self-referral and object referral. Self-referral is when you rely on yourself for everything. You rely on yourself for happiness. You rely on yourself for, let's say, compliments and joy and answers. When you rely on yourself for answers and your happiness and your peace, that is self-referral. When you look to your objects of your experience, like people, money, circumstances, situations, to determine how you feel on the inside, that is object referral. And object referral is another form of validation, looking for some sort of form of validation. And we don't even realize that we do that in so many different ways. For example, I know that before I used to try to make everything perfect. I didn't want to go a certain place if my hair wasn't the right way, and I didn't want to do a certain thing if this wasn't the right way, and I didn't want to wear my natural hair out like I'm doing it now because I felt like I didn't fully embrace who I was. So many different thoughts. I cared too. I would have never come on camera before, and it's all about I didn't realize how I was looking for the outside to validate me. I didn't realize that I was looking towards the objects of my experience to say that I'm beautiful or that I'm smart or that I'm a certain way. And I have, I'm going to come back to that comment, but I had to start to put myself out there and realize that we spend the most time with ourselves more than anyone else in this world. And if we continue to live our life through a place of other people, so for example, I used to ask my friends when I had an Instagram a while back, should I post this picture? And that is a form of looking for validation, because You should know that you can just post your picture. You can just be who you are. You can just wear your hair how you want to wear it. You can just dress how you want to dress. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be a certain way. You don't have to be this idea of everyone else's perception of what life is or beauty is or whatever. And the more you practice that, like for me, I knew the best way for me to practice that self-love was to naturally embrace myself. No, I just got my lashes done for myself a few weeks ago, but I wasn't wearing eyelashes for a long time. I just had my hair out. I was dressing how I would naturally want to dress. And it's showing me to rely on myself for the things that I need, like confidence and love and validation. But I struggle with that as well. My circumstances dictate my emotion, and I know they shouldn't. And so my circumstance dictates my emotion. I know they shouldn't. I would say to you, like, I would also say, don't blame yourself. You know, taking responsibility is not blaming yourself or others for where you are now. So when you say things like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, I know that you're blaming yourself for where you currently find yourself. And it's okay that this is happening now. But because you have an awareness, you can change it. And I guess the best affirmation in the world at when you're first starting off changing your life is I can do it. Letting yourself know that you can change your world, that you can change everything that you see. And as you meditate, as you continue to meditate, as you continue to rely on yourself, like your intuition, listening to yourself and going against the grain. So if, let's say, for example, sometimes when I'm getting dressed, I'll go, I really want to wear sweatpants, but this event is like this. And then I think about it like, no, I'm going to wear these sweatpants. I'm going to do what I naturally want to do instead of going to a certain place in a certain way because I know that other people are going to be there in that way. So making daily habits to practice things like that. But as you continue to meditate and practice self-love, you won't rely on your circumstances anymore. And it's something that naturally happens. It's something that will not, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to change anything, but trusting in the universe, trusting in yourself that you will be guided to where you need it to be. So thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? Any other question from you or anyone before I log off? No problem, my love. We all need to, we need that constant reminder daily. Like I said, spirituality is not something that you find and keep. It's not something that you graduate from and hang on a wall. It's not a diploma that is, oh, I discovered that there's a universal power and I can manifest things. And if you talk something into existence, you can do it. And I hang this plaque up and that's how my life is going to be forever. I don't have to, it's not something that you just have, something you choose within every moment. So you have to ask yourself, what am I choosing in the moment? What am I choosing to believe? What am I choosing to do? Are my actions following what I truly believe? What are my core values? So love yourself through the journey. Don't hate yourself. Excuse me. Don't hate yourself through the process. Love yourself through the process. Tell yourself it's okay. I can do this. I'm working. Everything is, I don't want to say it takes time, but it's divine timing within life. So trusting that within divine timing, your new affirmations of I love myself, I'm confident, I trust myself, I trust my intuition, I rely on myself for the things that I need. When you start to do those things, when you start to believe those things and trusting that the universe is going to help you get there, you get there faster and sooner. It's like it switches and you don't even remember who you once were. So love yourself through the journey. Tell yourself it's okay. I love you. When you feel yourself slipping back occasionally into this being that you didn't know, that you didn't necessarily want to be, or in a place you don't want to be, or feelings you don't want to feel, tell yourself, you know what? I love you. I love this because it's making me better. I love this because I'm getting better. Okay. All right. So I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you later. I'm sending you so much love and blessings. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.